And welcome back to the show. Well, it sounds like someone here has been up to something interesting. Dave, I hear you've been checking out an interesting new venue.
Yeah, so I went along and checked out the Hawthorn Arts Centre, which is the old Hawthorn Town Hall. It's a building that's hundreds of years old, but it's been given a modern look. It's got a gallery in there now as well. There's a craft space as well where people can go along and learn various crafts and arts and things like that. But what I'm guessing probably would have been the ballroom in the old days has been done up into this modern live music venue where they're trying to capture that vibe of a New York kind of late night jazz supper club. Um, Instead of having regular seating, it's got tables. So you can sit down, have a drink, have something to eat while you're watching the actual performance. But it's this beautiful, beautiful space. If you have gone onto any of our socials, you will have seen the pictures of this space. But it's just a remarkable space. And like for people like you and me that don't drive, it's easy to get to as well because it's right opposite Glenferrie station, so it's quite easy to get to as well.
Oh, brilliant. Sounds fun, actually. I really like the idea of the supper club with the jazz performances. So what have you seen there?
Yeah, so I went and saw Thando. Of course, if you watched The Voice Australia, you would have seen her on there a few years ago. A few people thought that she was kind of hard done by not to have won, but she's Zimbabwean born, but she's Melbourne based. She's a singer songwriter who has been gracing stages right around the world over the last few years. She kind of mixes jazz with kind of the old-fashioned R&B. So if you think of people like Diane Warwick and people like that, that kind of sound, she has an amazing, amazing voice. She was doing some tracks last night that just um, blew us all away. She was very nervous about doing the show. She mentioned when she was doing the show that you will notice that a lot of her music is about her relationship that she broke up from about 5 years ago, which sounds like it was a pretty full on breakup. And she said that music's always been her escape from that. But over recent times when she's performed, her fear and anxieties kind of crept in during her performance. So she was quite nervous about the performance last night, but she did amazingly well. She was doing all of her big hits along the way. She did Gag Order, Forever, just these absolutely amazing tracks. She also did the track that was going to be her winners track if she had won The Voice Australia, which was written by
Yep.
Gary Pinto and Guy Sebastian. And that, as she put it, involves some real vocal gymnastics. She actually said if anybody was recording last night, don't record that track because she was certain that she was going to mess it up. She didn't. She did it absolutely perfectly. And then she joked afterwards and said, hey, if anybody did leave their cameras on, please put that up online and tag me in it because that was perfect. Um, so, but
Uh,
yeah, she's a very, very interesting performer. I think you would love her. She's almost kind of got that Macy Gray style as well, but
yeah, I
away
love
from
Macy. Yeah.
yeah, away from doing the jazz and R&B, she also does some hip hop tracks as well. And she's actually did a song last night that incorporated her hip hop with her jazz and R&B. So yeah, for an artist out there, this was her last show of the year. She said she wants to go away and get her mental health right, and then come back bigger and better in 2025. But yeah, if you get an opportunity, go and check out Thando. Go and check out her music on streaming platforms and that now as well because she's a brilliant artist. And also, if you live in Melbourne, check out what's coming up at the Hawthorn Arts Centre as well because it's a remarkable venue. And I forgot to mention as well, outside it's got what they call an artist garden as well, which is like free for anyone to go into at any time of day that you want. You can go there, do your artwork outside, sit down, reflect. Yeah, it's just a really, really beautiful space right across the road from Swinburne University.
Wow, that sounds great. Okay, I've got a lot to check up on now.
All right, so we'll leave it there, and then yeah, we'll go into her track. Do you want me to press stop and then do the? Yeah, we have to do after dark separate.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.